This is the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, former TNA X Division champion and former TNA World Tag Team champion, and you are listening to the TNA Cross the Line podcast. Enjoy.
TNA Wrestling, Cross the Line.
And we're back with episode 294 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I am Bob Colling Jr., and with me, as always, is Dallas Gridley. In Dallas, we are heading towards Sacrifice. And the last week on a star-studded show, realistically, as I'm trying to find it real quick, here we are. We not only had a number one contenders match for the NWA World Title, but then we had an NWA World Title match. Now, of course, and you'll go over the results as we normally do, but there was a no contest between Kurt and Sting, and then later on in the night, Christian Cage defeated Sting by disqualification, technically, to retain the title, because I believe Kurt came back out and got involved, and then Sting gave him that stare of like, what the hell is that about? Why did you do that? And it's like, he has a concussion, he probably doesn't know what he's doing, it's fine, don't worry about it. But the moral of the story is that essentially the stipulation from Knockdown, where the man gets the pin, gets a title match, well, Sting has already done that with the iMPACT match, and he lost by disqualification. So now we're going to head towards Sacrifice. Could it potentially be Kurt, Sting, Christian in a three-way? Who is Christian going to defend against? I'm sure we're going to find out either on this week's episode or next week's, which is the go-home show. But Dallas, how are we feeling about, for the first time ever last week, Sting and Kurt on national television? Is the rating going to just skyrocket? What are we to expect?
Well, if we're hot-shotting 2 title matches on TV, Sting versus Kurt for the first time, you know damn well they're hoping that they're going to get a fucking huge-ass rating. And we will get into it. We do have some ratings time. I'm definitely really curious where we're heading towards Sacrifice. We literally have 2 episodes of iMPACT. We don't even know the main event. Do we know any matches for Sacrifice yet?
That's a good question.
Is he going to do one of those fucking company meetings, Jim Cornette, and just announce the entire card, like tonight?
Well, I feel like he normally does that on the last show before the pay-per-view.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Well, here's the thing. We could probably guess like some of this. So, oh boy. For Sacrifice. Wasn't there something with the X Division title? Or like a winning tag team or something?
It's like is it like 3 teams? And then the winners go on to the title match or something like that?
Well, I mean, I think the match has already happened.
Oh.
So I think it was on...
Oh, so yeah, we have a 3-way for the X Division title. Yeah, that already happened. Wait, Bob, that was on our last episode. Oh, wait. Let me just run down the card. This will refresh.
Yes, it was. Okay, so I would imagine it would be Sabin, Lethal, and Dutt at Sacrifice.
Correct. It is. I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
So we know that.
Oh, weren't we saying it was going to... Oh, yeah. Okay, wait. We got this. I think we have this. Because I think
we know.
I think we noticed, especially for the title matches, like there's a theme of like a 3-way. So there's that 3-way, and then like the tag titles would be Team 3D, LAX and then Steiner and Tomko because
Because LAX was watching that match too.
Right, and there was a little bit of interaction there, so that would justify that. And then the world title being Cage, Sting, and Kurt, because I think that's pretty much setting that up with what's happened on TV. I would imagine Harrison Storm in a rematch.
They better, because the last one, we all know what happened.
That was not good. Jarrett and Roode, because Jarrett was revealed as Eric Young's friend. Christopher Daniels and Rhino. I mean, Daniels pinned Rhino recently on television. And he's like doing this whole like clearly going after Sting at some point, which makes me think that Sting is not going to win the world title.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. And then there's the rumors of VKM against a team brought in by Christie. Now, you have had reports, and it was even on like the Louisville show where Basham and Damaja appeared on those shows. So that could be a tag team match as well.
I think we need that to happen and get it done. You know?
I'm kind of curious to see how Basham and Damaja do in 2007.
Oh, I do. Like, I am too, because I don't know if I knew. Well, I guess we technically don't know that they actually even come in. I don't recall any of this.
Well, I certainly don't remember anything from when I was reviewing the Impacts several years ago. At this point,
no, didn't you just do 2007 last year?
No, I don't know. I don't know if I finished it last year.
Oh, okay. Well, regardless.
I may have. I could. I'm actually on the page right now. I could probably find out. When's the last 2007 Impact I uploaded? Which doesn't mean is when I finished it, by the way.
Well, that's... It actually is probably 8 months before it was uploaded.
Right. So the December 27th, 2007 Impact review, I posted that 11 months ago. So I'm probably looking at about a year and a half, at least.
That makes sense.
That I've watched 2007. But again, and I've said it countless times on this show, and Dallas, you know this to be true anyway, the amount of wrestling that I watch in a week is probably not clinically healthy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even what you watched today probably scares me, so.
I finished, I'm doing, again, you know this, at least I think you do. I'm doing a Reliving WCW 1999 series. And today on lunch at work, I finished Great American Bash 1999.
On lunch at work, he's watching Great American Bash 99 for his podcast, or his article. Like, what?
Yeah, I had 26 minutes left. So I figured I'd just finish it at work.
Do you only have a 30-minute lunch?
No, I have an hour.
Okay. This is acceptable then.
Yeah. Yeah. So I made good use of the time by watching the last half hour of an absolute horrible show. At least that show, Sid makes his return. Spoiler alert.
Okay, well, I haven't seen that show yet, so. I've been watching through 99.
No, you're not.
On Peacock before they take it all down.
No, you're not.
No, but I'd like to. But I don't have Peacock.
You really should. You really should watch. I don't know. 999 is a guilty pleasure because it's like, oh, this makes no fucking sense. But then there's some really good wrestling.
I want to watch it just to watch everyone slip on the stage.
That's happened once so far.
No, it'll keep happening. Okay, well, you can check out our Reliving WCW 1999 through 2001 podcast coming soon over on Patreon. But before that, we're going to talk about the April 26, 2007 episode of Impact, which we pretty much already talked about the entire thing, but I'm just going to do a quick rundown of the card. We'll get into the ratings, couple notes, and then we're going to get into today's show. So, as already noted, Kurt Angle and Sting fought in a number one contendership match to open up the show. First time they ever fought. Well, that match went to a no contest. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So it may be the first time they fought, but it certainly will not be the last. Then, Jay Lethal and Sonjay Dutt defeated Alex Shelley and Kaz, and Jerry Lynn and Petey Williams, and Senshi and Shark Boy in 3 minutes and 8 seconds to become the number one contenders in that four-way tag team match for the X Division title. Then Team 3D defended the tag team titles against Scott Steiner and Tomko. They defeated and retained those titles in 4 minutes. And then finally, in the main event, Christian Cage technically defeated Sting and retained the title by disqualification in 7 minutes and 50 seconds. And I believe that is because, if I remember correctly, Kurt Angle came out and attacked Christian, so he didn't lose the title because he was the one who was attacked.
Right.
So, pretty tricky the way they worked that one, huh?
Storytelling, man. Cinema.
Cinema. Speaking of cinema, we can mention very briefly here. This is old news now, but a TNA superstar with the TNA heavyweight title appeared and fought on WrestleMania in 2025.
Yeah, so that was unfortunate.
It's it's funny because they just keep posting about it, but obviously, like, their champion lost in like under 10 minutes.
Well, yeah, but it's also, I mean, watching it, I feel like Joe Hendry looked very much like a minor league guy.
Well, that crowd pop spoke for itself, though, so he's definitely popular.
He's popular from a meme.
It doesn't matter why he's popular.
He's not popular for his in-ring wrestling.
It may also not be why I like him, but...
Oh, you're saying you don't like him for his in-ring? You like him because of the song?
I definitely like the song more, yeah.
And that's why he's over. So
Right.
What happens for him, I think, is that the fans go nuts for the song, which is great, catchy. I like the song too. But then, as the old expression goes, and then the bell rang.
I don't think he's bad in the ring.
I'm not
though.
saying he's bad. I'm not saying he's bad.
Yeah, but that makes it sound like he is, and he's not.
Well, I'm saying, and the bell rings, and the crowd interest in him.
I don't know. They were pretty into it, I thought. I mean, regardless, I think that the most interesting part of this here, we've been rewatching, obviously, TNA since the beginning. In 2007, in this era that we are watching now, could you have ever imagined Christian Cage coming out with the NWA title in the Royal Rumble or at WrestleMania? Like, no, that's not a thing.
Well, the only way that would happen is if there was like a lawsuit or something,
Fair enough.
and they had to make a deal or something. But I don't think they would have picked Christian, like WWE. Like, I don't think they would have been like, "Oh, we'll take Christian for an appearance."
No, probably not. But
And I don't think they would take Kurt either.
you don't? I don't know.
I think they would have gone Sting.
Well, if Sting would have done it.
I mean, that kind of raises an interesting question. If there was a lawsuit where like TNA fucked up, and the way out of it would be like, hey, you guys can use one of our acts at WrestleMania. I think there's two things that could do. I really don't think they would even think about Kurt or Christian. I think it'd be Sting. And then the next one would be Abyss.
VKM. The DX reunion, baby. And you know it. You know it.
No. I think it'd be Sting or Abyss, and then whichever one would do it. I think Abyss would do it for sure because he's a company man.
If he was representing TNA, he would do it.
Yeah, but I think he would do it and lose to the Undertaker at WrestleMania. What that would have been?
Wasn't it?
2007 be WrestleMania 23.
Wasn't it like 22 that he almost did do it?
Yeah, 2006. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And instead we got a thrilling Undertaker Mark Henry match.
Why do I remember that? Like, why do I remember that awful casket match?
I don't know, man.
I shouldn't.
I like WrestleMania 22. WrestleMania, fun fact, WrestleMania 22 is the last WrestleMania that I bought before the network.
I definitely bought 23. Because I remember I bought the HD version on the cable box, but we didn't have the HDMI like cord and stuff like that. And this was at a time where you had to have the right connection and all that kind of shit. And it like wouldn't work. Like I could not. Or wait, am I thinking right? Hold on, that might be 24. 23 I bought on the internet, I think. Yes, yeah, that's what it is.
On the internet?
I bought it on like their website, I think. And they sent me, I have a keychain. This is why I remember this one. A boxing glove.
From Mayweather?
From Mayweather. And it's a little WrestleMania keychain. I bought it on the website. 24 is the HDMI issue.
Did you buy it on the website because it was a discounted price because it was through them directly?
I don't recall. But what I do remember is that was the first time for like 3 years or whatever that Austin couldn't watch with me. And that's why I think I bought it on the computer. I was like, well, I'm going to watch it anyway. So, very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get over to our notes here.
I'm actually kind of proud of myself for clearly being disenfranchised with wrestling in my senior year of high school. I didn't buy it in 07.
Wow, you were just like way too cool, dude.
I was way ahead of it, dude. I was like, dude, I know Ring of Honor.
I know Ring of Honor. I'm not going to watch WrestleMania.
Nah, dude. Tyler Black, ever heard of him?
Ever heard of him?
It's going to be good. Davey Richards, he kicks hard.
Yeah, he sure does.
Yep. Necro Butcher, he's crazy.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong there. Okay. TNA Impact. Oh, wait, this is on... Are there dates? Oh, this is for the one before. Do I have both? Okay, I do have both. Okay, so apparently I have two separate ones here for you. Let's see, TNA Impact on April 19th did a 1.08 rating and a 1.3 million viewers. The show did a 0.92 in males 18 to 34 and 0.80 in males 35 to 49. The Open with Jarrett's return interview with Angle and Sting out did a 1.11 open, which is strong. Rhino vs. Daniels vs. Joe vs. Styles lost 120,000 viewers. Harris vs. Roode, the backstage stuff with Nash and the X Division guys, and some of the Mitchell and Abyss backstage stuff gained 72,000 viewers. Team 3D versus Abyss and Christian with the big ending angle gained 96,000 viewers and did a 1.15 rating. Very significant is the last quarter of Impact beat the first quarter of The Ultimate Fighter. So that is a pretty interesting stat there.
I mean, whoop-de-doo? I don't know.
Well, that means that more people were interested in the end of Impact than tuning into The Ultimate Fighter. That's a big deal because it used to be the opposite.
Right.
So it's a pretty big deal. Now, the Impact show we just watched. So on April 26th, it was the first ever Angle vs. Sting Dream match being given away free on television. And then, of course, Sting and Christian. It did a 0.98. TNA was hoping for a 1.3. So
it did a point what?
98.
So they didn't even get a 1?
No.
And they were hoping for a 1.3? Yes.
Now, unfortunately, I don't think... do I have a breakdown? Because this is on Alvarez. The notes this show next are a little weird. Okay, quarters were... I mean, he doesn't really talk about them, but the quarters were 0.97 and 0.95. a 1.04, and a .95. So yes, the Dream match did a .97. The title match tied the lowest rated quarter of the show with a .95. And Eric Young's turn was the high point of the 1.04.
Eric Young's turn.
Yeah, I don't know why it's his turn, but I guess going against Roode. So,
right.
Yeah, pretty interesting, the breakdown there.
That's not good. I mean, could it be that the audience knew that there was no chance of there being a finish? So why even waste my time?
There certainly could be, yeah. I could definitely see that.
I mean, realistically, Sting and Kurt went, less than 3 minutes to begin with?
I mean, yeah, that doesn't help matters, I feel like.
Yeah, so they're probably... I mean, yeah, you do that, and then there's a title match. Anybody that saw that is going to know that there's something going on, like some shit.
I think so, too. I think if they did it straight in the beginning, you maybe could have got a couple people being like, oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. And another thing, too, here is that it's a taped show, so there's spoilers out there.
Right.
So anybody that would have read spoilers would have been like, oh, it's just a DQ finish.
Right.
In both aspects.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Let's see what else I got for you. So this is an interesting note. So our friend, that's not really our friend, but Moody Jack Melendez, he's over on the Spanish announce table. Well, he, I believe, has not been here fairly recently. But there's some interesting news coming out of IWA in Puerto Rico because a lot of people aren't getting paid. And Moody Jack, who had been the booker as well as worked in television production, including working on videos similar to the type he did while he was with TNA, quit over both being behind in pay and when he nearly got in a fist fight in the office with Invader 1, as the two argued about booking, as Invader hated the angles and people in the office had to calm both men down. So at this point, it appears that he will either end up returning to TNA or going to work for AAA to upgrade the TV there. It's more likely that he's going to go to AAA. He's trying to get a job where he can work for both, where his main job would be in TNA, back doing the Spanish announcing and working in production, because he's tight with Conan. And then AAA would bring him in for big shows. But after his last departure, TNA was not jumping through hoops to bring him back. So I thought it was kind of interesting, but of course we don't listen to the Spanish announcing, so it wouldn't really do much for us.
No, maybe we should, because I would then learn how to say Hurricane Rana and Spinebuster in Spanish.
Yeah, that's a great point.
If it's even in Spanish, they could just be saying Hurricane Rana.
They very well might. Next up, Brother Ray did an interview for The Sun in the UK and hinted about retirement. He said he and Devon may go their separate ways, but both want nothing to do with the piss-poor excuse that is the current ECW. This is, of course, the resurrected ECW. Right. He says, quote, retirement could very well be around the corner, as what is there more to accomplish? Now, this is in 2007, guys.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Oh, my God.
Okay. Now, Ray said they might team together a year or two, but he'd rather leave the team on top or close to on top. Now, he noted that they were opening up a wrestling school in Florida next month. He said that they would like to have matches against Dory and Terry Funk. And Dave notes how Dory is 66 and Terry seems to be retired. I don't think he is retired yet. And Dory still also wrestles, for the record, I think, at this point. But
Terry's absolutely still wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We saw him after this. So.
We did?
Or I did. I don't know if you were there, I guess. I don't know if we were friends yet, were we? At 2CW?
Oh, at 2CW.
I don't know.
Well, I'm even saying no. I don't think we were technically friends yet. Because that was like 2011.
Okay.
And I think we didn't meet till the next year. He thinks he's retired. Oh shit, Dallas. He might be.
He might be technically retired at this point?
He doesn't wrestle again until what? This is wild. Until the Tokyo Wrestle Kingdom 4.
What?
January 4th, 2010.
That's insane.
And
That's
so,
gotta be
yeah,
that's
so
gotta be
he,
one of his longest stints retired. It's gotta be.
oh no, there's no doubt about it. I mean, he's according to Cage Match. So he started in 1965. From 1965 to 2007, he's probably retired at least a handful of times by this point. There is 1 year where he does not wrestle at all, and that's in 1988. In 1992, he wrestles one time.
That's insane.
But I know in 97 he retires when he's like at the Terry Funk, it's a WrestleFest or whatever, like in September. But guess what, folks? He still wrestled. Yeah, but he had substantial matches here. So yeah, so he does not wrestle for about 3 years. And then the 2CW thing you referenced in 2011, he did a Northeast Wrestling show against Jerry Lawler that October. 2013, House of Hardcore one time. His last match, official last match, coming for Big Time Wrestling, September 23rd, 2017.
Of course it's Big Time Wrestling, dude.
Teaming up with the Rock and Roll Express to defeat Brian Christopher, Doug Gilbert, and Jerry Lawler.
Absolutely insane.
So I guess right now in May of 2007, for whatever reason,
he might
he's
actually be
not
retired.
wrestling. Yeah, he's not wrestling.
Okay. Now, another team that he mentions they want to fight, we've talked about this before, is the Steiner brothers. Now, TNA has talked about this match for months, and it is something that they could do, and probably would be a good idea as a one-time thing, except that it would probably end up turning Scott babyface to team with Rick right now.
So Scott would turn face. Wait,
I mean, because you'd have the big return of like Rick Steiner, and then so he'd have to turn babyface, and then the Dudleys would turn heel, or Team 3D.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't know. I kind of like that.
I don't know.
Although
okay,
I feel like once he enters Big Papa Pump character, I don't really want to see him as a babyface though.
Well, here's the thing. So I think my issue here is really not with Scott, because Scott's entertaining to a point where he arguably is a babyface with his like freaks and shit.
Oh,
in his gibberish promos. I might not want to cheer Rick Steiner.
Why? Because he barks like a dog.
No, I think especially for when I'm watching WCW 1999, he's not very good.
Even WCW bias, dude.
But even in 1999, he's not very good.
Right.
I feel like Team 3D turning heel to do that would just be so random.
I mean, in our current state, it definitely would be, no doubt about it. Now, another thing he does say in this interview that's kind of funny is that he admits that the whole name situation has pissed both of them off, but they decided that it wasn't worth the cost of going to court and try to win the names, and then they blamed Paul Heyman for it, saying that he would sign the names over and then he never did it. And then he ends up shit-talking Paul Heyman, but then also says that he's the greatest mind in wrestling.
That's what they all
in the same sentence.
Yeah. Paul Heyman, he didn't pay me, $300,000, but he's a genius, man.
He's a genius.
Genius.
Don't
give him a checkbook.
Don't give him a checkbook. He still owes me $60,000.
Yeah.
Whatever he owes Dreamer.
It's got to be more than 60. Dreamer?
I don't know. I thought I heard that number at some point from someone, but
I would be surprised if it was not more.
The last thing that Brother Ray said was that he said right now they're trying to push too much into too little on TV. But that's what they all keep saying. I think they're just pushing it for those 2 hours. But hey. Next up is an interesting one as well. This company that, Bob, I had to look this up. You probably are well aware of it, but this company Bodog. Have you heard about this? It's like fighting.
Well, Bodog is a fighting thing, and then Bodog. I don't know if
I almost watched a video on the whole thing.
I wonder if there was like a poker thing too with it.
Well, we ain't talking about the poker thing.
Okay, Bodog. I feel like I do remember Bodog.
They did like fights on private islands and stuff. It looked like I almost watched the whole video. I stopped myself. So they're apparently going to make a legit huge offer for Angle to either face Daniel Puder or Roger Gracie. Is it Gracie? Is that how you say it?
Roger Gracie?
Yeah, Gracie.
Gracie is definitely how you would say the last name.
Oh, whatever.
I don't know who Roger is.
Well, it's Roger. That's what it says. I'm just giving you the names I'm given here. But they're in the main event at September pay-per-view show. Now, the idea would be to shoot an Angle at TV tapings in July to be replayed to build for a September match with Puder. And yeah, see, it says Roger again. So it's definitely Roger. Now, he has had only one fight, and it was on the first Bodog pay-per-view, and he won by beating Ron Waterman. But it's perhaps...
Oh, I know Ron Waterman.
Yeah, well, he lost to Roger, okay?
The way you're saying Roger, I cannot take him seriously.
Roger.
But
he's perhaps the best submission heavyweight in the world, according to this, because he won this 2005 Abu Dhabi championship and whatever. So
Roger did?
Yeah. So Roger's a good shit, apparently. Now, apparently him and Angle would have a 95% or better chance of ending with a quick submission by Roger, as Angle simply couldn't learn enough submission defense in the ground by September to stop him. Now, Puder is a complete wild card because nobody knows what Angle has left in the tank. So we will keep you updated on that situation, but I'm not expecting a whole lot from it. And Bob, my final note before we get into today's episode is a pretty fun one. And that's why I had to say it before we get into the show, because I didn't want it to be overlooked. And that is that it's being reported that TNA's Slammiversary show, its 5th anniversary event, that's going to be taking place on June 17th, from the site of its debut show when they were doing the weekly Wednesday night pay-per-views in Nashville. It's going to be in that big arena, the Von Braun Center, I think it was.
For what?
Slammiversary.
Yeah, but they've been in that arena before?
The very first weekly pay-per-view.
That was in Huntsville.
Oh, shit, you're right. Damn it. They lied. It's not the debut show. You're right.
That's why I was confused.
Wait a second. I've been lied to.
Yeah, that was in Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay, so it's the second pay-per-view then. You sons of bitches. I can't believe I didn't even notice that when I read this. I'm mad now.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Anyways, it's going to be at the... Well, it's not the second pay-per-view either, because that's also at the fucking Von Braun.
It's in Huntsville. That's what I was just going to say again, too, because I could have sworn they taped
They did this fucking taping. This is
episodes.
so... Now I'm getting really pissed, Bob. I'm getting real fucking mad now.
They didn't go... I feel like they went to the fairgrounds, but I feel like it wasn't... I feel like did they do the arena a couple of times?
I'm looking this up. I'm going to Cage Match. I'm gonna go freaking on the first pay-per-view. Well, not the first, because that's clearly not it.
Go to the third.
The third. Nashville. Okay. This is at... It doesn't say. Oh, the Nashville Auditorium. That's where we're going to be going. It's got to be. So that is where one of Bob's absolute favorite TNA pay-per-views took place. Pay-per-view number 3, where while the main event was Jarrett and K-Crush defeating Brian Christopher and Scott Hall. Boy, did we have a show to watch at that one.
Yeah, that was that's ingrained in my brain.
Puppet defeated Todd Stone.
Yeah.
Francine was on the show. Wow. I'm Malice. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta close
And
this.
you know what's great, guys, is that it's in the archives. You could go back and listen to our watch along for that show. We only did that like what 5 years ago now.
That's right. We're almost at our 5-year anniversary because of that.
That's right.
I can't believe that he wrote this and I didn't catch it. I'm so mad now.
I can't believe I've been doing this podcast for 5 years.
I know. You're telling me.
It's pretty sad.
Well, what's not sad is that it is now time to get into the May 3rd, 2007 episode of TNA Impact.
Okay, well, he's fucking stealing my lines here. The runtime for this show is 42 minutes, 49 seconds. If you want to watch along with us, head over to the TNA Plus app where you can find it in your own personal collection. I've been told that if you put in the promo code TNA Cross the Line, that you do not get a discount code because that does not work. So you'll have to pay the full price. I'm going to count down from 3. And when I say play, that is when we're going to start the show. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. I have to open a window because I am sweating.
Really?
Oh, it's fucking warm over here, brother. I'm not putting my air conditioner on yet.
Oh my goodness.
There was a lot
week.
of music on earlier, and I know you'd be like, "Oh, I could hear somebody playing music."
Probably. And we're seeing, of course, that Jeff Jarrett was Eric Young's friend. I can't believe it. Then, of course, Sting Kurt Angle highlights. The lights were weird in the arena for some reason. They've thrown the match out because Christian got involved. He attacked Angle as Tomko and Styles held him down. And Sting says, tonight it's going to be showtime. Oh my god, he drilled him with the bat.
What a heel.
The highlights were just wild from last week, guys. And of course, we're getting our normal intro here. We've had the same song for, I don't even know how long.
What? Well, since probably 05? 05?
Yeah, something like that.
What?
Jackie
Something
Moore.
about... I don't know what he said for the match. He said something about Samoa Joe and Rhino.
And then a TNA Knockouts Knockdown with Gail Kim and Miss Jackie Moore. I gotta turn this up.
I gotta find out what he's talking about. Oh. I think he said Rhino and Joe against Team 3D in a non-title match. But first, Sting is coming.
It's showtime, brother.
Unless it's Kurt Angle in face paint.
Now, that would have been sick, but it is, in fact, the Icon Sting.
Does Kurt Angle ever do the face paint?
I don't know if he does do the face paint. I wouldn't be surprised if he does the mask with, like, a hoodie.
Oh, yeah. No, that would make sense.
But I don't think he's coming out in the paint.
Yeah, he probably does the face mask thing.
Oh, shit. Speaking of, Kurt Angle's in the ring with a chair. The lights turn on. And the security guards are going after him. This is out of control.
Where the hell is he attacking?
Oh, Bob, how could I forget? I have explosion matches. This is a new taping. This thing throws his jacket at Kurt Angle.
We'll dish it. Give it to us.
Well, Christian Cage being interviewed backstage. He's watching TV like a normal person in a wrestling show? Okay. Well, this is Explosion 186. It airs on May 7th, 2007. Robert Roode defeated Sanjay Dutt. And then Explosion 187 that airs on May 14th. It was Jay Lethal defeating Homicide. Oh, Kurt's mad. Sounds like your problem's with Christian and not me, so go get Christian. My problem's with you, Sting. All I remember at the end of the night was you standing above me with a bat. Doesn't this sound like two teenage girls like arguing?
Oh, it's yes.
Well, I had every reason to hold the bat because of what you did when you screwed me out of the title. And here comes Christian Cage. He might have something up his sleeves, they say. Fellas. Can't we all just get along? The way that Jeff Jarrett handed you on a silver platter. Even you got to admit you didn't really earn it now, did you?
Oh.
And that's, of course, the shot at sacrifice is what he's referencing. Says, well, Kurt Angle is an asshole. They censor it, but that's okay. He's an asshole, but he's got a point. But Sting has a point, too. Because you ruined Sting's small amount of hope about being the World Heavyweight Champion. Being the humanitarian that I am. Oh, he wants to be fair. See, that's respectable.
He's such a good guy.
Tonight on Impact, Kurt Angle and Sting, you two team up against AJ Styles in the Instant Classic. Christian Cage. Okay. And a no disqualification tag team match. For what?
Why is Christian doing that?
Bad move. And if either one of you happen to score the pinfall for your team, that man gets a shot at the NWA Heavyweight Championship at Sacrifice. Okay, Christian, who did not want to defend the title recently, is just giving two people who are probably his biggest rivals a chance to fight for the title. Oh, wait.
Right.
So
AJ... he's gonna bank on these guys not getting along on the pin to then not have to defend it.
Right. Because if him and Styles win, he doesn't have to defend it.
Right, but it's no DQ, so you can't even do a cop-out DQ or anything.
Oh, Sting is like, I already got my title shot, so this isn't fair.
Whoa.
Kurt said, are you an icon or are you a... And they censored it, so I'm assuming he calling him.
He said pussy.
Yeah.
I won't censor it here. I don't care. We put the little restricted thing on the explicit thing on the server. Sting said he already has his title shot. I mean, he already had it. Past 10.
Right. Hey, Letitia's still employed, and she is backstage with Team 3D.
Thank God. Also, I want to point out, I liked Christian's look. That's like the best he's like look dress wise.
Yeah, he had a good look there. Team 3D, what are you gonna do now? We're gonna have a nice long title run. Titles on the line at Sacrifice. Steiner, Tomko, LAX, and Team 3D. Three-way dance for the NWA Tag Team titles. You're one bad son of a you-know-what, Rhino. You're a tough man. And tonight, we look forward to seeing how tough you are, as if we haven't known you for 15 years. Oh, my brother, testify.
Testify. And then
Well,
why are they fighting Joe and Rhino? Just for the fun of it?
it kind of seems like for the fun, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind that. I mean, you got to have matches, I guess, just to have them to fill your shows. But
Well, right. I'm okay with it. Andrew Thomas is the ref, though. That's never a good sign. He's going to get knocked out.
that's never a good sign. He's going to get like a jumping kick to the head by Samoa Joe or something.
Samoa Joe. Joey Samoa here in the Impact Zone.
Sloppy Joe.
Oh, we're going to commercial, and we'll be back. And then, of course, we get back, and here
And we're
comes
back.
Team 3D.
Get up, get up, get up.
Bob, during this entrance here, do you want to take a guess at who's trying to return here to TNA?
It's either Juventud Guerrera or Apollo.
I forgot how bad Hoovy was wanting a job for a while again.
He was trying real hard.
Those are two really good guesses, but if you had to guess a third.
To return?
Yeah.
Fuck. What like era? Like time frame?
2004, maybe?
Asylum? Or no?
I'm honestly blanking, and after I just messed up the where we were for the first pay-per-view, I'm questioning everything. Yeah, there's a little Asylum in there. He crossed over, put it that way.
Not Jeff Hardy.
No.
He crossed over. D'Lo?
No, that's a good guess, though.
Fuck. Damn it.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh,
Sean-
D'Lo's 03 when he
Yeah.
got, never mind.
Sean Waltman.
Oh, I could have got there.
I thought you could have got it too, but he's looking to make a return because Wrestling Society X is folded at this point, which, surprise, surprise.
Shocking.
He was at this taping, although he comes to TNA tapings all the time, so it's not really big news. But Samoa Joe in the ring with Brother Ray now, doing the same exact thing that Rhino just did with Devon. But
he's kind of been, well, not kind of. He's not been reliable for TNA before.
Yeah, I think that kind of has been the case a little bit. Oh my God, Brother Ray just dropped Samoa Joe on his neck, but he got up anyways. T-bone suplex to Brother Ray. I can't believe that German.
Did you see that, T-bone?
See, the funny thing about that is some people will look at that and be like, wow, Brother Ray can still go. But it's Samoa Joe who just made him look good.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody's really saying that. So, I have a couple indie notes here for Rhino to start off. Back on April 21st, he teamed up with Pat Brink and Joey Matthews to defeat Adam Flash, Jimmy Cicero, and the Bruiser in a no-holds-barred match at Maryland Championship Wrestling's Aggravated Assault in Bel Air, Maryland. On April 24th, Rhino defeated Alex Shelley for TWE in Toronto. And then on April 28th, Rhino lost in the first round of the King of Europe Cup against Nigel McGuinness in Liverpool, England. Or he's not going to pin him, is he? He's going for another one?
Gore. Wait, who's this?
Oh.
It's
Christopher Daniels.
You
with the dress shirt on.
Oh, wait, he's going after Team 3D too, though? Whole match thrown out, even though technically Rhino and Samoa Joe should have won that because they got hit first. But it's just going to be a no contest, it sounds like. Oh, Samoa Joe grabs the Coquina clutch on Christopher Daniels, tosses him in the ring.
Speaking of Joe, I have a couple of indie notes for as we see. Oh, God. Oh, I thought he was going to get 3D. No, he's going to get Daniels here getting scoop slammed, and it looks like he's going to get the... Oh, that's up. Yeah, no contest, of course. Here we go. Just do it. Come on. There you go. And perfect. All right. I mentioned this one already before. On April 21st, Joe lost to Senshi, Jersey All Pro Heavyweight title at the Spring Massacre 2 in Rahway. That same day, Samoa Joe lost to Christian Cage at WrestleFest 11 for Northeast Wrestling, and the NWA World title was on the line. April 27th, Samoa Joe defeated AJ Styles at Northeast Wrestling Spring Slam in Danbury, Connecticut. And then on April 28th, Samoa Joe defeated Eddie Edwards at 2CW's Living on the Edge Night 2 in Syracuse, New York.
Oh my God. I didn't go to that one. This is before my time still. Gore through the table.
Gore through the table.
They did the whole everyone slaps each other's chest, made the crowds yell, get the tables, and then they just destroyed Daniels. I think there goes his push. That's it.
Do you think that's the end of Daniels' push?
No, but that does feel like they kind of were just like, let's just beat the shit out of him and end it kind of thing to me.
Interesting. A little fun fact about that 2CW show. That is the show where they crowned their first 2CW heavyweight champion.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Styles and Christian Cage backstage here with JB. Why you got to go to him first? Why don't you ever talk to me?
Why you never talk to me?
AJ is very upset. Calm down. Calm down. Because tonight, when we beat Sting and Angle, they're not on the same page. They don't even like each other. All we got to do, stand back. Neither one is going to be the number contender when they do that. And he's telling them, look around. I don't see Tomko. I don't see Steiner. And Abyss is dead and buried. That leaves one. Phenomenal AJ Styles. He's going to give him the shot, it sounds like. He's in first, you steal my hood, and then you... Because he comes out with the entrance hood on. Mine unzips. It's more like a flap. It's not like yours. You have chest hair rematch. Oh, he just said it. You'll be the number contender. Do you get it? Oh, he just like awkwardly hugged him. And we go to commercial and we come back to a sacrifice video package. Wow.
Riveting.
Really is. Here's a note for you, Bob. TNA got what had been an annual WWE date at the Cape Cod Melody Tent in Massachusetts for a house show on June 21st.
At a tent?
I'm assuming that's just what the name of the venue is, but WWE usually does it, and they took the date somehow. We're seeing a Robert Roode.
If that show literally took place under a tent, that'd be.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not for anything. I'm gonna just a little spoiler alert. Literally in let's see, June, July, August. In about 3 months, I witnessed a TNA house show in a horse barn, so it really wouldn't surprise me.
Well, a tent might be considered like a premium luxury.
Right.
At that point, you don't have horse shit.
I mean, there was literally dirt as the floor. And they didn't have real barricades. It was like plastic fence. I'll never forget it.
Sounds like you're trying to get staph infection or something.
It was so unique. Eric Young, I hate your guts. Robert Roode's in the ring, of course. Oh, Robert Roode's going to fire him right here tonight.
Do you write your E's like they're backward threes?
No.
Okay. Because like those signs are doing that. And that's kind of weird to me. Because I just go boom, 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 boom. I don't go like that. It's weird.
Yeah, I just go. I actually do that. I kind of do an L, and then I do the other lines.
I go L, yeah, and I do the do. I do the two dashes.
Okay, Jim Cornette's out here. I told Jeff Jarrett to stay home tonight because of what happened between him and Ms. Brooks last week. Because I'm not going to have men beating up women in TNA, even if it was deserved.
Lame.
She's in a neck brace.
I feel like anytime in the audience when they're clapping about domestic violence, that they're saying, "I do that."
I mean, she did deserve it, though. She deserved the guitar shot.
Who do you think you are?
I like her, but I'm
You're
just saying,
telling me that there'd be a justifiable thing for you to hit your fiance over the head with a guitar?
an empty guitar with a little powder in it? Maybe.
Wow. Okay.
Listen.
If Jordan's listening to this show, I need him to audio record that and then post it all over the socials. Oh, somebody got quiet real quick.
Wait. Look at this. Eric Young, when he signed Robert Roode's contract, he's breached his CNA contract. So either he's got to take him to court or fire him. But since he signed the contract with you, that makes you guilty too with contract tampering.
That's true.
Okay.
This is a clever way to get out of this.
This is a really good way.
But here's the thing. Why did it take Cornette this long?
I mean, that's a great point. It's been months.
Months.
Publicly. You need to drop this thing and leave this kid alone. And nobody will go to court. And nobody will get fired. That's what I suggest. I suggest you get out of my face.
Burn.
If there's something you could have done about this, you would have done it a long time ago. Whether you like it or not, Eric Young's getting fired tonight, so get out of my face. And then Cornette goes, well, I'm your boss. Oh my God. He just pushed Jim Cornette down and said, don't you ever put your hands on Robert Roode. And here comes Eric Young.
He bumped.
Eric Young in his very 2007's camo cargo shorts.
Okay, the crowd's going nuts for Eric Young here.
Lay those babies
Wild
in
hockey
there.
Throws here. Hockey punches.
Oh, Eric Young going under the ring? He's got a guitar. His friend, Jeff Jarrett, left him that, and he goes to hit Roode, but he gets kicked in the midsection.
Even flow DDT.
This is crazy. I hope Jarrett runs out after they just said that he was told to stay home.
Handcuffs.
Oh, handcuffs. I know
Chris
who's
Harris.
coming out. Chris Harris. We're handcuffing Eric Young, though, around the top rope.
Oh, that's got to be a little uncomfortable.
Eric, you son of a bitch. Oh, Tracy's slapping the shit out of him.
What the hell? With her broken neck.
Roode picks up the guitar. He's circling the ring. The crowd is chanting for Jarrett. It pays to be rude. Oh my God, guitar obliterated over Eric Young's head.
Oh, nobody helped him.
Nope.
Oh.
Finally, we got the referees and security out here. Thank God.
It pays to be rude.
I feel like that's the most serious I've taken Robert Roode, though.
Here's Cornette.
You think you're a bad man, huh? Shoving me around? Uh-oh. I'm not going to fire you. No. I'm going to make it a whole lot worse. At Sacrifice, you think you're tough. It's going to be you, Robert Roode, one-on-one, in the ring, with the king of the mountain, Jeff Jarrett.
I think the fans would have liked it better if it was Eric Young.
Yeah, well, we just destroyed him with a guitar.
Yeah, but I don't think Jeff is like over as a babyface.
No, I don't think so either. Turning
Have
Point.
they
Oh, you can buy it exclusively at Best Buy.
mentioned his wife at all on like to the live audience or no?
I don't think so.
They might have to do that for him to be like, yay, let's cheer for Jeff.
Unless they alluded to it. They might have alluded. But
I don't know if they've done it to the. I think they have alluded to him having personal like family
yeah,
issue,
I feel like that's what it is.
but they haven't outright said like, oh hey, but your wife is like.
Look at this weird match graphic. They're through a brick wall. Robert Roode and Jeff Jarrett sacrifice. So many people have asked us about Abyss after what happened, so we're going to talk about that for 2.5 minutes.
Who's asked about Abyss?
We had no contact with him. Oh my god, we're going to show us what happened again. But if you are squeamish in any way, you might not want to watch this.
Oh, great. I can't wait to see his arm just get dug in with barbed wire.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's great.
Well,
So
I got
much
news
fun.
for you. We've seen this, so some news out of All Japan, Bob, is that the Great Muta wants to send a wrestler by the name of Akira Rajin to the U.S. so he can bring him back as a star. They've approached TNA about using him. There is talk of him being based in Ontario because there are a ton of shows in that province. His name is being talked about in TNA, but no decision has been made. And I will just say, because you're probably like, why are you telling me this? I will just tell you, we will see him.
We do.
We do see him.
Is it for the like World X Cup or something?
We see him for because I looked him up to check to see if he came in. You want me to just tell you his name?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I get it right here. I believe it is said Kiyoshi.
Oh my god, I know Kyo. I remember Kyo.
So that is who I am referencing. He also current day goes by the name of Sushi.
Sushi.
Yeah. And here comes Gail Kim and Ms. Jackie Moore.
Gail Kim is just a gorgeous woman.
This is essentially a street fight, but they called it like a knockouts knockdown or something. Okay, it's a TNA knockouts knockdown drag out street fight. So I gotta remember that.
Is that like really the stipulation name? Because that's insane.
They've said it twice now, so I gotta remember that for the episode title. As Jackie throws.
Oh no, not on Gail's ribs.
Under the guardrail. It's no longer a battle. It's become a war. These two just want to kill each other. Go for the pin on the
each other. They despise each other.
Will you ever forget when Gail Kim went to the top of that cage and jumped off?
How could I forget? They won't let me forget because they always talk about it.
Gail Kim's got a trash can. Puts Jackie Moore in it. That trash can looks exactly like the ones that would come with like the Jax action figures.
Yeah, it does.
Like the color, the crimpness. She's hitting it with like a stick of some kind. Pool cue, maybe?
Come on, Gail.
She's choking her with that. Now she's grabbing her hair. Anything goes in a match like this. Don't forget, we still got Sting and Kurt Angle versus Christian and AJ later, and powder thrown in the face of Miss Jackie by Gail Kim, and then she just uncovered something else. Oh my God, Bob, they have a bra. There's a red bra, and she's choking her with it. She's running to the apron. Oh, Jackie broke out of the choke with the bra.
Oh. Okay. I was gonna say she's gonna have to turn that chair around, and it didn't matter. She got it kicked in her face. That's why she lost, because she had the chair kicked into her. Here comes James Storm, raging alcoholic, and he enters the ring probably drunk, and then Jackie just decks Gail Kim from behind. Got what? Uh-oh.
I kind of wish that went a little longer, but that's okay.
Well, we only have a 45-minute show, so. You suck. You suck. You suck. No, James.
Don't push Earl. Oh, he went to smash it, but then he saw Wildcat coming in from behind.
The half blind Chris Harris.
That's right. Oh my
Gotcha.
God.
He's not blind. He took it off. He can see.
Okay.
Spinebuster.
Okay. Interestingly, the crowd did not seem to care when he just took the blindfold off. They did pop for the spine buster, though.
Well, right. Because if he was half blind and did a spine buster, I don't really care. But if he's fully vision, abled, and then does a spine buster, I'm popping for that. That's huge.
We're going backstage with Letitia. Christy Hemme is with VCam and Lance Hoyt. Why is she like hanging out with them?
I don't understand it either. Did Kip get a haircut?
It does look different.
They're not going to spoil the main event, are they?
Oh, okay. Because we're going through the sacrifice card here. Oh, no, okay.
Oh,
It's just the tag team one.
Could you imagine?
Oh, my God. I forgot we were going to see this.
Oh, Bob Backlund.
They hid the X Division title in the bush, and they laid out pennies, and Sabin jumped out of the tree. What did that just say? Buffoonery?
Yeah.
Because they had the bait, the buffoonery, and the brawl. And Backlund and Sabin are fighting outside of like a park area.
Is this replacing like Austin Starr?
Yeah, I bet you it is. It's a great point. Oh, Shelley set on the camera because Backlund had the upper hand there. Oh, they got the book that he's always talking about in the locker room.
That's not the book he's talking about.
I was waiting to see if they were going to show him during one of these, as we're now seeing. Oh yeah, there you go. Jay Lethal, Sabin, Sonjay Dutt for the X Division title, and I have a note about Jay Lethal. Now they're showing the NWA Tag Team title match one. Jay Lethal said on a radio show last week that Randy Savage was aware of the Black Machismo gimmick and thought it was really cool.
That Randy was?
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Well, good. I'm glad that Randy liked it. I think it's really cool that the kid likes me. Impersonation is flattery.
That's right. Here comes Christian Cage and AJ Styles. By the way, we are at 32 minutes and 42 seconds into the show, and we are on our main event. There's no way this main event is going 10 minutes, so.
It could.
It could. You're right. Look at these guys, dude. They're like brothers.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird that AJ is acting goofy, like in a comedic sense. I mean, just a few months ago, he was like, "You knew I grew up poor, and like I hate you." And now he's kind of like,
"Yeah, but we're past that.
My hoodie look.
We're past that."
Yeah. Well.
Here comes Kurt Angle, down from the bottom.
Kurt. This guy's psycho.
He's a beast.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely an understatement. I would be terrified of him. Yeah, I am. I actually am terrified of Kurt. Sting.
Sting's hair's still messed up from earlier.
What, do you think he's going to fix it?
I mean, kind of.
Come on.
Taking his jacket off on his way down to the ring, so he's ready for action.
Dallas, if you and I were Sting and Kurt, would you let me, like, if I had the pin, would you just let me win?
Who am I and who are you? Which one?
Well, I'm older, so I'm Sting, and you're Kurt.
I'm Kurt?
Yeah.
I ain't letting you do shit.
What?
Absolutely not.
You're not gonna let me pin
No.
fucking Christian Cage if I can to get a title shot?
No. I'd angle slam your ass in the middle of the ring, and I'd pin you.
Wow. Okay. Some alliance. Jeez. Shoulder block by Kurt. Starting off with Christian Cage. Now, it's no DQ, but guess what? The partners are on the apron.
Well, that's your point. No DQ.
I like it. Uh-oh. Christian going to the middle rope. Is he going to do an uppercut? No.
No,
Caught.
he kind of just jumped at him.
I think he was going to do an axe handle. He got caught and then backdropped.
Went for the cover, and that's not barely a 1 count. Today just said the same thing. See?
Sting just tagged in a no DQ match. He tagged into the match. Because since there's got to be legal tags. Kick by Christian. Drop kick by Sting. Woo. Oh, okay. And he just decks AJ off the apron. And press. Slam on Christian.
Oh.
Can he do it? He's got him up for a minute,
Him.
and he did. Dropped him down.
I kind of want him to throw him out to the floor, but... Oh,
Okay.
dude, the way I just thought Sting was going to do a moonsault, I thought he was going for the BME right there.
Oh, my God.
He jumped out of the middle rope and did like the Vader bomb or whatever.
Yeah.
AJ grabs the leg of
Ooh.
Sting, and Christian gets out, and they slam him his groin against the ring post. Now, I want to point out, TNA's ring posts are squares. They're not round. So he just got an edge right up his ass.
Yeah, he did.
It's still there. It's still jammed in.
Brings a whole new meaning to edging. And we're going to commercial break.
And we're going there, and AJ's getting tagged in, and we're going, and we're back.
And we're back.
Look at that 6-sided ring.
AJ did a drop kick, and then Christian did a neck breaker to Sting during the break. I always liked when they would like do the insane spots during the commercial break. It's like, why wouldn't you do that?
I don't understand. And this is a taped show. You can put the commercial wherever you want.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Theoretically. I mean, I'm sure there is some kind of formula to it, but still.
Right. But I think you're right. They could absolutely.
You could rearrange the show or something to be like, okay, we're going to adjust this slightly.
Well, and so, I mean, technically, I think it's a certain number of commercials that you need to do. So you could front load it. And then in the back end, not really worry about it.
I like when shows do that.
I think you can do that. I think. I don't think there's set times when you have to do a commercial.
Oh boy, Kurt Angle's getting tagged in. Great, he ducks the clothesline from Styles, takes out Cage, takes out Styles one, takes out Cage and Styles again with a clothesline each. Goes for the big German on Christian Cage. He's on fire. Styles counters, lands on his feet, goes for one of his own on Angle. Angle counters, and he flips Styles over with the German, goes for the cover.
1, 2, no. Got broken up. Christian sending Kurt into the railing. That leaves Sting all by himself. It's no DQ, so they can do whatever they want.
Okay, he's in an Irish whip AJ, who then does it to Christian. Sting ducks that clothesline, takes out Styles, and now he takes out Cage. Irish whips Cage into Styles into the corner, and Stinger splash.
Oh. No way. He hit it.
Oh my God, Kurt Angle broke it.
Broke up the...
Wait, he broke up his own partner.
That's what we were talking about, because he doesn't want Sting to get the title match.
Oh, Styles went for him, but they both ducked. Double team taking down Styles.
Double team rock bottom.
They slammed him hard, too.
Sting is saying, if you want the title match, you can have it. He's not going to fight him no more.
And Cage comes in with a chair, but guess what? There's no DQ.
Yeah, they didn't bother to, like, stop the chair shot, but now he's getting hit by the chair. Okay. This Sting guy. He's a genius.
Okay, he got another chair, pointing at it on the floor for Styles. They're going to set up a concerto on Angle. Oh, they banged the chairs together. Hurt their hands. Whoa. Holy shit. Kurt just belly-to-belly suplex Christian Cage to the floor. Sting ducks to Enziguri. Double ankle lock. And Styles is tapping out. That means both men.
Oh, my God. Okay, so this is what I would do. I would just ask AJ which ankle hurt more.
That's a great point. You could easily figure that out.
Sure.
I've never seen anything like this, Jim Cornette says.
I'm sure he has. He just doesn't remember it.
Oh, he's on the microphone. Referee Rudy Charles. You called for the bell. AJ Styles tapped out. But who did he tap out to? Kurt Angle or Sting?
Me.
So
Sting.
he's going to ask Styles, which ankle hurt more?
It should be whoever had the ankle lock in first.
Wait. He does tap with both hands, as if it was both sides. Well, Jim Cornette just said, then both men get the shot. We're having a three-way at Sacrifice.
So now Christian can be pissed, but he did this to himself.
I mean, yeah. But he was confident that this would not be the case.
Yeah, well, he was wrong.
Wow.
He fucked up.
There's only one person in the Impact Zone who's not thrilled with that, and that is Christian Cage.
I mean,
even though it was his idea.
Also, I'm pretty sure Kurt and Sting are both not happy about it, so I think all three of them are not happy. Well, I don't think anybody wants it to be a three-way.
We have quite the majority of our Sacrifice show without needing to do a town hall, so that's good.
You know he's going to do it.
You think next week there's a town hall?
Absolutely. Ugh. Absolutely. In case you guys haven't been here for the past 3 weeks, here's the entire card. And everybody's out at ringside.
I'm going to be so sad about that.
Well, it's going to happen, so.
Well, what did you think about that episode, Bob?
Well, I forgot to do AJ's indie note, but I'll do it right now. April 21st, he lost to John Walters by DQ for Big Time Wrestling.
Oh.
And that's all there is for that. Anyway, I'll give that a. I can give that a thumbs up. I guess it was all right.
Yeah, I'd give it a thumbs up. I thought it went by fairly quick, really.
Yeah, it did.
So the segments that happened, I didn't like roll my eyes at. So I think that was a win, honestly.
I think you're right. I don't think there was like a bad segment.
And I said it during it, but honestly, The Robert Roode segment, like when he got serious and handcuffed Eric Young and smashed the guitar, that's the most serious I've taken him so far, and I really did enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like you could tell he was actually mad. So I liked it.
Maybe. I mean, it started off pretty rough, but maybe the plan here was to slow build him into a viable heel.
Very, very slow build, but you know what? I'll take it. If it works.
He's got to beat Jeff.
Oh my God, yeah.
At Sacrifice.
Absolutely. Is he going to? I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see about it, I guess. But yeah, no, I think that was not a bad show. I kind of like the theme of all the title matches being triple threat.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
That doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't know if I even realized till they started to say them all, and we were talking about that it seemed like there was a trend.
Yeah. What the hell is Samoa Joe gonna do?
See, that is a great question. How do you leave Samoa Joe off the show? I don't think you can. So, I don't know. Really don't.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I guess maybe we'll find out on the Home show.
At the town hall next week, we'll find out.
Yeah, I'm sure Cornette will be, yeah, you're going to fight this guy, and there'll be no rhyme or reason for it, so that'd be great.
Ugh.
Well, there's only one way to find out what Samoa Joe and possibly others are going to do, and that's if you guys join us for the Go Home show next week when we watch the May 10th, 2007 episode of Impact. So until then, for Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Cross the Line podcast.